It's Game of Thrones, but Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka GeekXX Chic, and we're here with another season of House of the Dragon. We're on season 3, episode 1, which is called Salt and Sea, Fire and Blood. So I am looking forward to this season. You know, the reviews have been great so far. I personally didn't mind season 2, but I know it definitely was not an audience fave. So I'm very excited to see what the directors and the showrunners took from that and how they plan to kind of look at the things that people had an issue with in season 3. But I'm gonna be real, it has been a long time. I have not watched season 2 again, so there's a lot of things that I've kind of forgotten. I know the overall plot and where we are in the stream of time, but yeah, I hope they do a bit of a recap in the beginning because your girl definitely needs a bit of a reminder. But yeah, I've already seen people like, okay, there's going to be a lot of sadness probably in the beginning of this season because, you know, based on the book, there's quite a few deaths that are probably on the way, but that's Game of Thrones, right? One thing you've learned about the whole GOT world is that don't get attached to anybody. To your own peril, to your own chagrin, should you get close to anyone. But I just know I'm ready to jump into the story again and see the people involved and see where this nasty, terrible war is going to take us. So let's jump into the episode. Just before I do, though, a reminder to please hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. That way you can be in the know when I drop episodes. Also, if you'd like to catch an uncut version of this reaction, you'll be able to do so on my Patreon. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. It's too late for you. Sorry, little sheep. You are now a lamb chop. Careful. One thing about her, you can't say she weak. Got that from her mama. Didn't mean to interrupt her meal. Just wanted to say hello. Ooh, spikes on the side. This one is a... Hi. Hello. Wow, that's quite the underbite you have. Good girl. Fortune favors the bold. I really hope you don't get tossed off. Hold on, girl. Hold on. You trained for this. Come on. It's in your blood. She'll be fine, right? Good morning?
I can make it clean. Or
might I at least know the accusation, my prince?
Right? Like, middle of the night?
I sentence you to die.
All right. It's honestly a relief in here.
Has fled the keep as well.
Going in the slowest possible wagon when this man's got a dragon to fly on is hilarious.
I need milk of the poppy.
Well, you're gonna have to suck it up. I have no doubt it hurts though, but I'm not mad. That's for all the women that you assaulted.
Brighter days lie ahead.
For who?
I'm the king of nothing.
You are nothing.
With Ravenshed for a throne and a cripple for a protector.
That's rich right now, bro. I love watching him be manhandled. He deserves it. Coddled his whole life.
Swear fealty to her grace, the one true queen, Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Your sister. Get on your knees, ho.
Swear to her grace, Rhaenyra Targaryen.
I know you ain't got pride right now, little ho. I know you ain't got pride right now. Oh, you want to die? Okay.
Forgive my friend, he can be so stubborn.
They're for Aegon. Put them to the sword.
Exactly.
It's because he is Aegon Targaryen.
Oh, he's hoping for sympathy from Rhaenyra.
Not true.
No.
I mean, look at the hair.
Not the-
He's gonna pull off that hood.
His crown, no?
Ah, look at that. There it is. There it is. There's that white hair.
Take their heads.
Oh, well, that didn't work.
That Alicent's offer was genuine.
You don't have a lot of options if you want to avoid war.
The risk she took in coming here is beyond question.
True.
It is a trap, mother.
And Aegon is bedridden.
That was true at the time of Alicent being there, but Aegon back. Aemond, I mean.
You cannot trust her. Mother.
Not her there-thering him. Valid points on both sides.
Alicent will open the gates of the Red Keep and surrender Aegon to me.
Even her girl toys like, what?
Get word to Lord Corlys in the Gullet. I require ships to deliver fighting men enough to secure the city.
Your Grace, I protest this.
I'll write to him.
She's not listening to anybody.
And take the city.
Not listening to a single soul. I get it though, because she feels like she knows Alicent better than anyone. But girl, Alicent is showing you on occasion after occasion, she will prioritize herself and her kids before anything else.
Why are you here?
Because you raised me to be a demon. Next question.
Abdicated, what do you mean?
Fled King's Landing with that toad, Laris.
The foot lover.
We must send a search party. He needs to be found immediately.
Where were you, Mother?
I took a casual
You've
stroll.
not been seen in the keep in days.
I'm grown.
Aegon has left me no choice but to remain here and defend the city.
Plans broken.
And the Triarchy fleet will at any moment ambush the blockade with a force thrice the sea snake's strength.
I'm so sorry, Alicent. Now it's gonna look like you were a liar. And you weren't at the time. Can you send out a raven? Yeah, that sucks. See, that's the thing about old time, right? Time was such an essential part of battle. At the time of her talking to Rhaenyra, her facts were straight. Obviously, the travel time to get back to King's Landing, things have shifted. God, what the lion do? No! The animals are innocent. Who this? You looking Targaryen? Is that you? Damn. Lace front a little curlier this season. Didn't recognize you, friend. You when you kill so much, you're in a trance. That's what he's doing right now.
And what of the Golden Lord Lannister?
Gone.
From the cavalry broke rank.
Of course.
Burnt flesh carries no plague.
That is not our way. Rivermen must be returned to the mud.
That takes time. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. The North! The North remembers, and it showed up at our Starks and Karstarks. Hey. Now, which ancestor is this? Oh, that's a head. Is this a Lannister head?
We've come to die for the Dragon Queen.
Die? Can we not live?
Very good. We've got more lions to hunt.
Gross. So much death, but okay. Why? Why? Why are men so depraved?
Ever exposed. If he does not come,
He has to come.
He doesn't. He don't even like you. He don't want you to be his stepdaddy. Next.
one of our men has ravaged a village girl. I witnessed the offense.
Probably not just one.
Something must be done.
He don't care.
Hang him then, if you wish.
Oh, that's all. Okay, cool.
I am not his Lord Commander.
That part. Set an example, loser.
That we are not beasts, but knights.
I think he's a beast.
We'll all become beasts before our end.
Okay, that's
Only if we
justification.
abandon our principles.
Sure. How about we ravage you? How about that? You be okay with that?
Wish for death more days than I wish to live.
The way this dragon's like, bro, I did not join you to be your therapist.
He said I had king's blood. That I was born for a purpose.
Oh, this is a support group. I didn't realize.
And that red cunt was right. And you? Where'd you get your dragon's blood?
Indeed. I mean, your story's kind of dark, but okay.
Come here, kill Aemond.
I wouldn't be too keen to meet Vhagar. She and the One Eye have slain at least 2 dragons already.
That part.
The Queen promised to make us knights. So we get a castle.
You think that's the way it works?
What?
You have to be named a lord to get a castle.
Thank
What's
you.
a knight?
Well, why'd you educate him? Let him dream.
You'd be Sir Ulf, and men would have to show you respect.
Men would have to show me respect because of the big fucking dragon.
He cited 1 + 1.
I can't live in a title or drink it.
Period. He ain't wrong.
Get more women with a castle.
I mean, I can't argue the logic. It makes its own twisted sense. Shows you the difference in lifestyles that they've had, though, right? You survived, boo-boo! It wasn't the cleanest landing, but we'll work on that. We'll work on it. It didn't kill you! Yay! Don't throw up. Okay, not that song. Don't give up. Don't give up. Just, little some walls up, a little defensive, not used to people.
It's Aemond who should have flown.
You're frightened?
Yes, because we're gonna die.
I fear only for our knights.
You think you can lie, Helena?
Aemond's frightened too.
He is.
He forgot what fear was, but he remembers now.
Tell him.
These are the king's instructions.
The king's?
Interim.
With haste, Sir Soren.
The way she was quick, like, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to question that in front of the help. You're right. Oh, he said, let's drink. Maybe that'll break the ice.
Such luxury is wasted on me.
Drink it anyway. It's a rough one. I understand his son's point of view. A dad who decides to only show up later when in need is not ideal, but it is still a blessing in a way.
But Aemon One Eye seems a sort who would sooner let it all burn than abandon the throne.
You have assessed that correctly.
Rough seas lie ahead.
The way he didn't even deny it, he's like, you're right. Get drunk.
I cannot fully mend the breach between us.
That you created.
But I do accept that it was of my making.
Good. First step.
I was fond of your mother.
He's gonna get mad.
A life, perhaps, but never a name.
Which matters in this world.
I am sorry for it.
Thank you. That's where you should have started. Uh-oh. What's happening? I'm glad they got to have this conversation before what's inevitably about to be a shit show. Good on you, Corlys. I know that wasn't easy. Why does he look like he's ready to die? I don't like it.
Send ravens to Dragonstone.
This is from, okay, these are the people from Essos.
It's the Triarchy.
He's like, shit. He's like, I got beef with them. Damn. Past don't be staying in the past, does it? They are looking for revenge.
I can see why your king made you lord of the ships.
I feel like they're being a bit sarcastic.
My strategy is expressly not to end up in the drink.
Loosen up, bro.
Lord Corlys's castle.
Yep.
High Tide is a monument to the sea snake himself.
Yeah, she's got revenge on the mind. I honestly don't think he cares much about his house anymore, to be perfectly honest. But it might work. Oh, baby girl, when was the last time you had a meal? When did you last have like a sandwich, some water? A bath, I'm not even gonna go for at this point. Told you. I told you he'd come back. I told you. Oh, brought you food. You know you're hungry. Didn't I say you need a snack, a sandwich? Go have some deer. Oh, he said you look more busted up than me, girl. Eat. Careful now, you got no water. Look at that, first lunch together. It's bonding.
I bring urgent word from King Aemon.
King, is he now?
So he says. Technically a regent, but yeah, of course he smells. He's had a rough day or 6.
You should join us in 3 days' time.
I don't think that's what it said, and we can't see it.
So Aegon's dead then.
Smart.
I strove tirelessly to put Aegon on the throne, but I failed to prepare him to rule.
You didn't do any better with this one.
You should have been king.
No, try to get in there, see if the manipulation works.
That is why you need to go to Harrenhal.
He's like, and there it is. Never actual sentiment.
You are no longer safe here in King's Landing.
Look at his face, his fascination with her BS.
It is well to be fearful. I too am afraid.
He's never going to admit that.
I'm not afraid.
You should know, men never admit that readily, ever. Even when it's true. Even if they're shaking and pissing their pants, they'll be like, I'm not scared.
At Harrenhal, you will be unassailable. Perhaps I could even meet you there.
Why would he need you there?
You are so courageous.
Stroke that ego.
But I cannot lose you as I did Aegon. If I do, I will be lost.
Really? Your daughter, Helena, just don't exist? Damn. What the? Oh, why? I shouldn't be shocked. It's Game of Thrones, but and this, some of y'all actually like this character?
Black Harren's Hall. Whilst my uncle's head looks down from his spike.
Yours first. The way you need to, I'd say wash your mouth with bleach, but you know what? Your mouth's been around, what's his name? Lil Cole, so this is probably a step up for you. Ugh. What is this show's fascination with bodily functions?
I'm leaving. Is what's happened. We must wait for Vega. For how long? Forever and a day? She was meant to be here already.
Did you wash your hands?
But we stood watch, and Vega never came.
Your friend's right.
Hello? Oh,
The
you.
battle. The queen needs you at Dragonstone.
How the hell did you even get here? Witch?
Who are you?
I'm a witch.
Right, look after
He's like, I'm not even gonna find out about this. I'm leaving.
An armada of ships sailing out of the rising sun from the east.
They have sprung their trap.
Not exactly, but yes.
I shall go.
He's so mad right now. He's like, my mom is pissing me off.
If you die,
Then you will at last be king.
Damn. She said, listen, my whole life has been one death march after another, really. He's about to do something stupid. I can feel it.
You are to lock and bar this door. The queen must be confined until she regains her senses.
I could not define
Your life for hers.
He gets it from his mama, though. That stubbornness.
They killed my brother, Baylor.
Yeah, and you're not thinking
I
clearly.
won't let them take her as well. Come with me.
I want to live.
We are ready.
To both of them? This is
It's not
madness.
always our purpose.
Oh, our purpose was to live. And it's so frustrating. How many times has Rhaenyra been blocked from what she wanted to do her entire life?
Open the fucking door.
I cannot.
You can. Queen, and you still can't even do what you want. Your kids don't even be listening to you. But you know what, Rhaenyra? They got it from you, unfortunately. But Scale, though. Scale.
Flash of Poseidon, my lord. It's the bitch fist.
Loha.
Damn.
I make towards her. I want her to sight us.
Aye, my lord.
This is either go really well or it's gonna go really bad. I mean, if he's banking on her being blinded by revenge, it may work.
We must lead the assault lest it fall into disorder.
Do you think I sailed across the narrow sea to win your king's war for him?
That part, she's like, I have an agenda.
Tonight we shall walk in the ashes of high tide and dine on the sea snake's ears.
Such a specific body part, but okay, okay.
He wishes only to protect you.
I never asked to be protected.
That part. Can she be an adult?
I expect it from my council. Those craven men ever clutching at their doublets, but my queen's guard. Mine own son.
He's like you. That lady's like, I worked on that for 40 days and 40 nights. So annoying to be so powerless.
I may appear to have the weak and feeble body of a woman, but I possess the heart and spirit of a king.
I believe it, girl. That body is the only thing that's holding you back. And misogyny. I mean, more misogyny, but yes, because of that. Jace. Jace. Don't cheer yet. They probably accounted for dragons showing up. Yep, they were prepared for this, and I can't. Anyways, that's why your ass shouldn't be out there, Jace. Can't believe we're gonna lose. My little ship is already gonna burn so soon. But you know what? Should know better. None of the ships I actually want live in Game of Thrones. Okay. It's heavy. You need to find a low place to land. Don't know why I'm freaking out like I don't know how this ends. That was some wife tings. But I like that it shows that dragons are a hell of an advantage, but not the only advantage. Yeah, the life of a ship would never have been for me. There's nothing about this that looks appealing. Right down to the seasickness. it's larboard.
Slight to larboard. Aye, Lord Admiral.
This is kind of cool though. I'm kind of loving seeing Corlys show like why he's the sea snake. We often do not get that. And you're shouting out all the directions so they can hear you behind them. Maybe you should drive, Corlys. I mean, respectfully, I don't think these men can handle it.
Let me.
Thank you. Respectfully, homie's like, I'm nervous. Palms are sweaty, butt is clenched. I'm not the right person to do this right now. I feel like Alan's gonna have a new respect for his dad after this if they survive. I wish I knew what all these things meant. Oh, he didn't die. Don't cheer. Shh. See, he's like, wow, my dad actually knows what the hell he's doing. Maybe it wasn't all hype.
Take us back to the gullet. We must rejoin the fight.
Calm down. You don't know that she won't follow you because they watched what you did and their boats look smaller than yours. So I don't think you should assume she ain't gonna make it through. I think she gonna make it through. Good job! Look what you did. You did that all by yourself, boo-boo. Sheep Stealer is a crazy name. Very real though. Very, very literal. There's one. But she's gonna live and learn from the ships ahead of her. Damn, they said you too heavy with your fancy armor. And it's true, right to the bottom of the ocean with y'all with that heavy ass armor.
Oars out and close the distance. Bring the hooks and lines. Enemy flagship is clear. She's closing fast astern.
Yeah, you got a little too arrogant there, friend. What are you seeing? What are you seeing? Oh, your house. Yeah, they burnt that down. I know, it's all you have left of your wife. It's just a house, Corlys. It's just a house. I know that's a lot to say when you put your life into it, but it is just a house. You can always rebuild. There goes half the crew. Corlys is, oh damn, the ship is wrecked. Yeah, that's done. Revenge is a hell of a motivator. Why do you always shoot fire at a dragon, y'all? Nah, actually, Sheep Stealer's like, all these, I don't even like humans like that. They can all die, actually. Since you brought me here, I got beef. Oh no. Oh no, he's just like, you told me to burn, you didn't say who. Damn, well, I mean, at least you'll get to see your wife soon. Please don't, please not Alan. I just beg not Alan. Oh no, Alan's in the water. Alan's in the water with that heavy ass armor. Is he gonna go? Oh no. She didn't even know her daddy fighting right now. It's easy, it's your baby sister. Are we gonna have that moment? I don't even know what's happening. Too much is happening right now. This is episode 1, you guys. Golly. Oh, she's gonna feel so bad. She's gonna feel so bad. She was just trying to help. I forgot the dragons fight. I forgot they fight sometimes. Sheep Stealer's not with the program. Oh my God, if she kills her sister. No, this episode sucks. Oh my God, no. That hoe's coming for you, you know it. Don't turn your back on her. She's the kind of hoe that will stab you in the back. I told you not to fight angry. But also, she's younger than you. At this point, I want everybody dead. I'm sick. I'm tired. Really? Plot had to save her? The plot had to save her? Father! What's father? He never calls him that. Finish it for your daddy. Drown that hoe! Fitting she die in the sea.
Hold on, Baylor!
We're gonna lose Baylor. We're gonna lose Jace. We're gonna lose Corlys. Everybody I like gonna die. We're gonna be stuck with Daemon's ugly ass all fucking season along with Aemon's ugly ass. It's gonna be the battle of the uglies. These ships kind of distract Sheep Stealer at all? And I feel like they're oh, God damn it. That's inside Vermax. That's, oh. Jace, you gotta let Jace go. Jace gotta handle himself. You need to make sure your psycho-ass dragon don't kill your own sister. Oh, Vermax, baby boy. Too much happening. So many battles. Drown. I'm like, drown the hoe. Drown the hoe. Hold her down. Use that body weight. Bitch! Where's your daddy, though? She stabbed him a lot. You a G, Alan. Anyone calling you no bitch. One thing about Corlys, none of his kids were bitches. I'm also not in favor of the girls dying over the boys. I'm not okay with that. Can you swim, babe? Take off that armor. He can't fly. Vermax is drowned. He's drowning eternally. Oh, that's a current. That is a hell of a current. Oh, that armor is too heavy. Oh, Vermax, bro. You were a G. Love you, Jay. Sorry, boo. Ugh, Rhaenyra! Sorry, girl. I knew it was gonna happen, but it still sucks. At least the girls are still okay for now. Well, this battle didn't go at all according to plan. Anyone's, really. Papa? You're not gonna find him, Bela. Carnage. Oh, thank God, I couldn't take no more. But that is the way you kick off a season. For everybody that was bitching and moaning last season about, oh, it's too slow, it's boring. I hope you got enough. That was an hour and 11 minutes of basically non-stop carnage. I hope y'all are happy. God. Oh, and I knew they were gearing up for it. That's why I was not mad last season with the pace of everything. I'm like, we need to understand the stakes here, people. So the battle that we're going to get in season 3 makes more sense. And wow, this episode was so much like, I'm giving the claps and snaps. Like the cinematography was top tier. Like that's probably up there with some of the best battle scenes we've gotten in this franchise across the board. Like Game of Thrones had their big ones. This one is up there. This one is definitely up there in my opinion. I think it looked great. The scale was out the gate. They were like, we built these sets, okay? We did this. Our VFX teams were paid, okay? That's what this gave, and I love it. I loved it, loved it. Obviously, a lot of things I did not like happened in this episode. I knew it was gonna happen, by the way. I already knew Jace was gonna be gone. I'm sad because I always liked his character, and I really liked the way they developed him last season, but you know, it is what it is. This was the fate of the characters as it goes. You never know though, because sometimes they make tweaks. Sometimes the show has been known to make tweaks here and there with certain character arcs, but this one was kind of huge. Jace's death is a huge one for Rhaenyra, right? It's, I hate it. Like, you know, this whole thing, one of the big things of her arc is the slow, the dismantling of the things she cares about. Like it's always been a case with Rhaenyra, but she did kind of have a charmed life for the first half of her life. She really got, you know, agency and access and, you know, the ability to do a lot of things that many women in her time should not have been able to do. But the kind of the second half of her life is where she really starts to experience, you know, what it is to have things stripped away from you piece by piece, to understand sacrifice, to understand her powerlessness, her true powerlessness without the protection of her father, which she enjoyed for so long. And this season is really where we're going to see it get real for Rhaenyra, because obviously it's always been real enough for her in the sense of she believed she deserved the throne. Her father wanted her to have the throne. She believed she would have been the right person to take it. But, you know, she had so many warnings last season from, oh gosh, what is her aunt's name? Why did her name just, Meleys, right? That's Corlys's wife. From her father before her father passed. Like there were so many people who were trying to warn Rhaenyra that war is not what you think it is, girl. Like it's not some cut and dried, easy peasy, we're going to be done by Business Friday thing. It is knock down, drag out crazy. And it's going to cost everybody something very heavy. Is this really what you want? Is this really worth it? Is it really that deep for you to take the throne? over letting what was going on at King's Landing happen, right? And it was very much a matter of principle versus greater good, right? And I say that in quotes because the Greens are evil. There's no doubt about that. The Greens are evil. They were not good people to take the throne either. But one can almost say that if Rhaenyra had sat back and let them take the throne and do what they were going to do, the infighting would have ended up causing a way for her to get in eventually anyway that wouldn't have resulted in war per se. But we don't know that for certain. Point is, Rhaenyra made a choice. She's like, no, I'm going to fight for this thing. I think I'm in the right. I feel justified. And of course, we know last season, what really kicked things off is when she lost her younger son, right? So it's just been this sad cycle of hurting and pain. And of course, it's not all Rhaenyra. This is not just about Rhaenyra versus the throne. There's been a lot of players that are involved that are getting their licks in, that are, ticking off their own little agendas with this whole war. But really, like, this is something that could have potentially been steered off to some degree if Rhaenyra or Alicent had backed off. And that's why we had the chat last season between the two ladies, these two girls who grew up as friends, started out with so much love for each other, but then were pulled apart because of circumstance and choices and ego. And, both of them being like, this is not what we wanted. Like, this is spinning out of control. We're both losing people we love now. And it's not even about the throne. Like, it's mayhem and chaos. And this is not what we wanted. So let's see if we can just end this. If we just end the war, which, by the way, it was actually very naive of them last season to think that even if their plan went through, that it would stop the war. Like, the thing is with this war is that it's a ripple effect now. Like, the proverbial rock's been thrown in the pond. The ripples are going to go for a while. You can't just halt that with one thing. And we saw so many examples of that in this episode with, how the delay and the relaying of information can change the chessboard immediately. And that's why you've probably heard the expression that in war, the greatest weapon in any war is information, timely information, right? The big difference between the world wars was how quickly information could get across enemy line. They don't have this in this world, right? There's ravens. That's it. And they take time to fly, and that's assuming they don't get intercepted. So, Alicent, I'm not going to say poor Alicent, because there's never poor Alicent in my house, but she went to Rhaenyra at that time with the information she had. She made a lot of assumptions that things were going to stay exactly the same until she got back. That did not happen. Aegon gone. Aemond assumed the throne. She can't really control Aemond. All kinds of things. Now she looks like she's a liar when she already knew that the trust between her and Rhaenyra was tenuous. So that's just the reality of war, though, right? And again, like I was saying with the ripple effect, there's too many things out there with the triarchy. The triarchy admitting halfway through, hey, we're not going to win no damn war. We don't give a damn about Westeros. I'm here for revenge. I'm here to take out the sea snake and everything he has. Going off script. That was never going to stop even if the order came through. You know what I'm saying? So that's unfortunately the naive viewpoint that both Alicent and Rhaenyra had, in that, like, no, this has been set in motion now. Now we got to ride it out and see what we can do to actually curb the damage. But yeah, it was just, for Rhaenyra, this episode, my heart went out to her because this has been since season 1 where, Rhaenyra has always felt so chained and restricted by her gender, right? Because none of this would be a thing if Rhaenyra had been born a boy, right? It sucks, but if she had a dang-a-lang, she wouldn't be having any of these issues. The question of who the throne went to would never have been, maybe she would have had to go up against Daemon, I guess, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been the worst of it. But all because she's got what she's got between her legs, there's all of this fuss, there's all of this automatically writing off any, just any assumptions that she knows what she's talking about, that she's capable. Even Jace pulling his misogyny, and she's, till she comes to her senses, lock her in her, excuse me? That woman who damn near bled out giving birth to you, and you talk about till she comes to her senses like she's some emotional moron? So annoying, and women go through this all the time in the real world, us being reduced to hormonal messes like men are not the most emotional things on the planet. Jace's reaction going out there like that was an emotional reaction with little rationale and no thought process. That's why he looked crazy grabbing Baela and going, this is what we trained for, right? We're ready. Come out. We're going to die in glory. That's logical thinking. That was rational over Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra, who's got more training and more experience being a dragon rider, who has a dragon that listens to her, that understands more about strategy and battle because she learned that shit when she was a kid, going out there and assessing. Rhaenyra would have probably figured out that it was not the time to attack. She probably would have figured out, ooh, there's a lot going on here. Let me be more strategic about where I went. Jace just went out there and thought, I've got a dragon, I'm gonna burn everything. Like, it's not that simple. Rhaenyra's aware of the fact that they've got the long crossbows to shoot at the dragon, so she probably wouldn't have flown as low. Like, these are all things that Jace, if he hadn't been emotional and hormonal, would have recognized. But of course, he assumed that that was his mother. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to completely come down on Jace because I love my mama to death too, and I probably would do some reckless shit to save her if I thought that's what I needed to do as well. And obviously, I think what exacerbated the situation was that we saw last season, and then in this episode, Rhaenyra was not listening. She was completely dismissing anything that Jace said. I get why she was though, because she's like, bro, like you're not saying anything I haven't heard, and I just don't agree with you. I've made a decision, and that's very real. As a ruler, you have to, at one point, you got to just make your decision and go with it. But that was aggravating Jace. Jace was like, I just lost my little brother. I don't even know where Daemon is. People are missing. I don't want to lose any more people. I'm scared that my mom is being crazy and she's not listening. So I'm going to try to step up because I wasn't there for my brother, right? And that's one thing with Rhaenyra. She does such a good job of instilling a sense of genuine responsibility and protectiveness in her children, at least the older ones. We don't know about the younger ones at this point, but her first set of kids, she worked so hard to raise them to have that very, I think, very righteous mindset around protecting their own, but the stubbornness and the refusal to listen is very much right out of Rhaenyra's playbook, which is why Jace didn't listen to Baela or to his mother, right? Unfortunately, she did teach them that too, more by example than by actually teaching them. But, Jace's motivation was from a pure place. He really just wanted to protect his mom and his family because he knew that she would do all that for him and tried to do all that for his brother. So it's sad. And, as I say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but that's what ended up happening. Like he just didn't know enough and he was just too impetuous. And unfortunately it ended very poorly. And, the thing about Game of Thrones, man, like showing that he survived all that, all those arrows, Vermax being shot twice, almost drowning, and then just to die by trying not to drown because that sucks. That's just like, is that not just ain't that about a bitch? Like if that's not an ain't that about a bitch death, just like that, taken out by a handful of arrows. Done. After all that, right? So, my heart for Rhaenyra, she's going to be broken. I think she knows. I think in her heart of hearts, she kind of knows that if he went out there's a good chance he's not coming back. And for her now, this is 3 children she's lost in the span of a year. It's a lot. Rhaenyra has really been emotionally battered, and seeing her lose it and tear up her dress and her gowns and again, just lament that I have this crown. You call me Your Highness, you say Your Majesty, I have this crown on my head, I have this throne, and you still don't listen to me because I'm a girl. All gone. The second I actually want to wield any power, misogyny takes over and I'm back to square one. I'm back to being that little girl trapped in the castle under her dad's whatever, So yeah, just, it's crazy, but it's real and it's frustrating. And like I said, my heart goes out to her. It really does, because she's not going to take this well, but she's no time to process because there's still things going down as we speak. But yeah, outside of that, we saw a little bit of Alicent back at Dragonstone, realizing that she's now behind the times as far as what's going on. She definitely didn't expect Aegon to go. I mean, again, it wasn't Aegon's idea. That's why she never thought he would leave, but she should have known that foot-loving freak Larys would have had some stuff up her sleeve. But again, she always underestimated him. But coming back, her seeing that now with Aemond being in control, she knows that out of Aegon and Aemond, she can control Aegon better. Not by much, but she kind of knew more of his proclivities and the way that his mind worked versus Aemond, who she's figured out is a psycho of a completely different order. Now, we see that she definitely tried to do the whole manipulation thing, right? Oh, it should have been you. I know, if you only been born first. Oh, I've always realized your brother wasn't, right? These are all things she knows that Aemond's wanted to hear because she's seen, right? Even though Alicent was very detached from her kids for the most part, she absolutely observed certain dynamics between them. And she knows that Aemond has always been in Aegon's shadow and that Aegon used to do a lot to him. So she knows that ego stroke was needed. But I also think that Aegon, which again, I got to give kudos to the actor, because to make your face look so punchable when you're literally like the nicest guy is crazy, but also like the expressions he does, he reminds me a lot of Anthony Starr from from Homelander, from The Boys, in the way he has these ways of just the micro expressions he gets are so well done. Like when his mom is sitting there trying to, saying all that stuff, stroking his ego, just to turn around and go, but you need to go, you're going to go to Harrenhal, right? Right? And you see him, that's when he gets the look on his face. And I'm going to call it his look of perception. He's figured out long ago that his mom's affection is never without strings. And that's the difference between Alicent and Rhaenyra. I talked a lot about it in season 2, but Alicent never looks at her kids as like kids she actually loves. It's more of, how can I use you to either protect myself, protect our family, or protect our position? Her kids have always been tools to her, things to manipulate. And so the fact that she did all that and, you know, tried to butter him up and then came in with what she actually was, the reason she was doing it all by being like, I actually want you to do what I want, which is go to Harrenhal quickly and save my new side piece. And also, you know, not break this whole deal that I made with Rhaenyra. And he doesn't say anything. He just looks at her, you know, just looks at her, taking her in. And I think in his mind, he's like, really, Mom? Really? You couldn't even wait till tomorrow? You couldn't stroke my ego today and then come tomorrow with a demand? Yeah, I gotta come in hot right away? Okay. And then, of course, with her feeding the ego again and saying like, listen, you know, I can join you there. I'll be for you now, right? Because that's another theme that's from way back in season 1. Aemon has always fought for his mother's attention, right? Because obviously his dad was withering away by the time he got older. And his mom poured so much into Aegon because that was her key to staying in a position of power and pleasing her father, that she really didn't pay attention to Aemon and Helaena at all. So it's always been a competition between the two of them for mom's attention. And now Aemon realizes, I don't have to share that anymore if my brother is in fact gone or dead. And so her using and dangling that whole idea of, yeah, I'm going to be yours now. You're going to have my full attention. I'm going to celebrate you now. You're going to be the focal point. That is something that he actually is responding to, because that's a lifelong, you know, a desire of his. The creepy crossing of the line, not surprising, but disgusting. Like, ugh. Anyways, I don't even want to go into it. It grosses me out so much, but I'm hoping the show does not play with that too much, because Alicent let that happen, and she probably will let quite a bit happen just in the name of controlling him, and I just don't want to see it. Like, I'm not a fan of the Targaryen family dynamics. Y'all already know that if you've watched my channel, but I'm like, that is, yikes. We saw it, though. We already saw it. Remember, we had a flashback last season of Daemon and his mother. Anyway, Alicent's found herself in a new pickle is really the moral of that story. So we'll have to see if she's able to actually pull it off and whether or not she can get Aemon to do as she pleases, if she's willing to dangle a different kind of carrot in front of him. Ew. Anyway, but yeah, outside of that, we got a little bit of what's going on the battlefield. Daemon is still fighting on the ground with the Lannisters and, you know, all the different parties that were rallied. They're winning at the moment. But the North showed up as well. That was kind of cool to see. So they're going to try to hunt down what's left of the Lannister army. And then on the other side of things, I don't remember which army it is with all the glistening armor, but he got the letter from Alicent, and I don't think it's what he said to the soldiers. I'm not sure. We didn't get to see it, and I didn't want to take time to pause it, but she definitely wrote something else in that letter, and I think she's trying to figure out a countermeasure of what to do when word gets back to Rhaenyra that things are not the way that she wanted them to be, because she can't send a raven to Rhaenyra at this point, right? It's going to be too suspicious, and Aemon is watching her now. So yeah, it's a whole mess all around, to be perfectly honest, and I'm really curious as to kind of how far things are going to go, because we still have one rogue element left at the moment, and that's the bastards and their dragons, right? We've got the guy the dragon seed, who his story was jarring to jump into, but yeah, we've got him, we've got the guy Ulf, and then we've got Corlys's other son. So they're still waiting on word, but of course things have changed and no one's thought to notify them yet, but I still feel like they're going to have a part to play in all of this, because they still have 3 perfectly good dragons, and yeah, I'm not sure where they're going to go or what makes the most sense for them to join, but we see that Dragon Seed wants to leave, because he's like, nah, this is getting too hot even for me. And I'm not sure why the witch is there, but I don't know whose side she's on. Let's put it that way. Like, she played a lot with Daemon's head last season, but I don't really know what her point is. We'll see. And then yes, of course, the other part of this episode that was a little bit, shall we say bittersweet, with, why can't I think of Baela's sister's name? But yes, the younger daughter finally getting her dragon after years of trying to get that. We all know she was on a pilgrimage last season to kind of prove herself as a Targaryen and as a, what is the name of her father now? Anyways, as that as well. And yeah, she finally did. She got her wild sheep stealer, as she calls him. And they have this very, shall we say, hit and miss relationship. And bless her, like, she really thought she was kind of there. Like, she clearly has the dragon blood. Clearly the respect is there between her and the dragon. But this dragon was not trained like the other dragons were to obey commands and to be obedient. So of course, of course it showed up and was like, oh, you say Dracarys, cool, we partying. Like, sheep stealer don't care. It's like, everybody gets these hands. Ready to eat for everybody. This breath is for everyone. I'm killing everybody today. I don't care. But of course, you know, my girl just could not have known that was the way, because she's never ridden a dragon before. This is her first time. So yeah, hard lesson, because bless her heart, she wanted to help. She wanted to show she was of service, because remember last season, she felt discarded. She felt like no one saw value in her. So this was kind of she thought her redemption arc. And instead, not only did she end up burning the ships that were actually her dad's ships, her own ships, her legacy, if you will, but she almost kills her sister. Her dragon's like, oh, hell no, I don't play well with others, and tries to go after her sister who's got a smaller dragon. And I mean, we saw this last season, right? Like all these dragons every so often do what they want to do and say screw their riders. But yeah, like I would have been so devastated. Yo, I would have been devastated if she had accidentally killed Bela, because that would have been too much. But yeah, now unfortunately, you know, the worst of the damage she did, of course, was to some of the ships, and obviously the scare of almost taking out Bela. But yeah, that's gonna be a rough one for her first foray into trying to be useful, for it to have gone sideways the way it did. And you know, one could almost argue that if she hadn't lost control of her dragon, then maybe Jace wouldn't have had to go and try to protect Bela, which caused the whole situation with Karma. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a ripple effect there that she's probably gonna have to live with for a while, but hopefully it's not gonna break her. This was just a mess. The whole battle at that whole on the water battle was gonna be a mess regardless, unfortunately. So yeah, we ended it with, I mean, no clear winner at this point because a lot of damage was taken from both sides. Corlys is at large, like he fell off the boat, but I don't think he's dead. I think they would have showed us that. They're pretty open with that on Game of Thrones. They will show you if someone died. What's her name? What is her name? Lorak? I can't remember her name. Anyway, the pirate captain that was after him, Alan took care of business. Alan called him father for the first time. So clearly, I mean, I said it in the episode, he definitely developed a respect for his dad and his dad's skill when he actually saw him in action. And despite the fact that they do have this strained relationship, and I mentioned this in the episode, you know, even though his dad's affection is late and there's been a lot of damage done, anyone who's ever had a situation where you've had a parent where your relationship's been strained, you know that there's a lot of, you know, negative feelings like anger and disappointment, but there's also an underlying craving for love and acceptance. And I'm actually like low-key not ready for him to die. So yeah, I think it meant a lot. I'm so glad that Corlys got to have that conversation with Alan before everything went south in a handbasket, you know, saying that I realize this is my fault. I'm acknowledging that the reason we don't have a relationship is because of me. And I know I can't fix it all, or, you know, and definitely not in one day, but I just want to let you know that I am sorry that I caused you and your brother so much pain, right? That's huge. A genuine apology and acknowledgement is huge when you've been wronged by somebody. So I think that went a long way for Alan, even if he didn't express it in the moment. And that's one of the reasons why he fiercely protected his dad, or tried to. So yeah, like I said, one thing about Corlys's babies, you can't call a single one of them weak. All of them are all badass. They were all badasses. So kids or grandkids, I should say. I keep calling sorry, Bela's not his kid, his grandkid, but I'm saying like that side of the family is no joke. So yeah, a lot in this episode, guys. There was so much, but it was so good. Great start to season 3, in my opinion. I enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.